Greetings, fellow fools. There's been some staffing changes at Camp Foolish this week. I thought War Chief would be finely suited to resolve the fact that our entire house has become an obstacle course. Completely messy. No order, just chaos. Now that the vaccines are rolling out, blah, 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 we can bring people in to help us resolve this. Now, as I told the lady on the phone today, it's not really the pandemic that did it. It's just that it's what pushed it to a breaking point. I mean, it's bad. Almost every room is almost unbearable to be in. Just saying, just FYI. This is not an indicator of ingratitude. It's just that we need to take care of what we've got, right? It turns out that War Chief is not going to take care of this problem. Let's think about War Chief. Nothing's ever funny. Everything has the weight of the world upon it. Good versus evil, right? Epic battles. Run ourselves into the ground for glory, right? That is not going to get the job done. Here's the great thing about being someone who practices patience and compassion for your consideration. If you are patient and compassionate toward others, it naturally follows that you are probably also developing patience and compassion for yourself. If you are a patient and compassionate person towards yourself, but still holding yourself accountable, tricky, then you are more likely to become aware of little behavior patterns that you've got. Because it's just my theory, like you're safe with yourself. Does that make sense to you? That you're safe with yourself, that you can become aware of these ineffective behavior patterns because it doesn't bring about shame. It doesn't make you, you don't put like a value judgment on it, right? To me, it's just an application. All of our little behaviors, they're an application. It doesn't really matter how it got there. It doesn't say anything about us as people. It's just these are the things that we have trained ourselves to do. Okay? Environment, nature, nurture, blah, 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 blah. Doesn't matter. These are things about us that may not be effective. And we look at whether they're effective based on whether they produce the results that we're looking for. In my mind, in my opinion, good feelings are not on that list. Not. I always focus on action, and I think that being happy and being fulfilled are two different things, okay? Nothing wrong with either one. Not placing a value judgment on either one. I'm just saying contentment comes from basically taking care of yourself, taking care of your living environment, okay? If you want to call it self-care, you may. Taking care of your living environment requires action, okay? It does. whether you're calling a professional to come in and bail your ass out after some years of complete neglect, or you are making the decision that every day for 5 minutes or even 1 minute you're gonna take action on a thing that you have been tolerating that you don't really need to. 30 seconds every day. It doesn't matter. That builds momentum, creates the habit, trains the habit, right? Trains us to do this thing. Next thing you know, a couple months later, whoa, you can't even tell that this entire house looked like an episode of Hoarders, right? Now, here's the thing. My application, obviously, either doesn't have the functionality or I need a new application, okay? Because everything that I am right now hasn't worked. I mean, if anything that I felt or thought or did was effective, the house would not look the way it does. Is this about me as a person? No. It's about whether I have the app in myself that knows how to effectively deal with the issue. That has nothing to do with me as a person. Okay? It doesn't. We may joke about it, but that's because, well, it's hilarious. And there's nothing wrong with busting my own chops about it. Okay, so I don't have the app, right? Now, to an untrained eye, it appeared that I just spent 2 days binging seasons 12 and 13 of RuPaul's Drag Race. Okay? But I want to say that something else was also getting done. I was observing. After having reflected early in the week, hey, we need some skills, we need proper form, we need resources, we need an app, okay? Not only that can help us address the issue with, like services provided, action, okay? Going through all this stuff, cleaning it up, organizing it, okay? But we also need the proper form to take with ourselves as we go through the process. That's right. I'm talking about self-coaching. I already do it to get ready in the morning. I talk myself through the whole thing. I have entire conversations with myself. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. So, from my standpoint, from the way that I see it, and I did make some notes because I wanted to make sure I was clear about what I'm saying. To me, when I'm looking at an issue that I need to address, especially if it's been there for a while, it's clear to me that I, in my current state, do not have the skills, resources, tools, okay, and or the proper form, which is the mindset, the attitude, okay, to effectively deal with the issue. I don't do right or wrong. I don't do any of that, right? I don't do positive, negative. I don't do that story. If I hear that wolf story one more time, I swear. Grandfather says, hey, there are 2 wolves, one black and one white, which already I'm like, I'm out. You lost me. You lost me at using the black and white, right? And then the grandson says something, which wolf somethings, and then the grandfather says the wolf you feed. I'm saying, hey, listen, you got 2 wolves. Why don't you feed them both? And then give each of them the job that they would be the best at. You know? You got two wolves. Just like you got two hands. Maybe the left hand can't do what the right hand's doing. And we're just going to leave it right there. So when I think about it, since this is a tarot channel, barely a tarot channel. I think of it, if I'm trying to address something, especially something that's been going on for a while, I need pentacles and I need wands. I need resources and I need action, okay? I do not need cups because fifis can derail action. If you don't believe this, go to any gym, watch somebody, look at their workout, or get told by their trainer, this is what you're going to be doing today. And then just watch how emotions can just derail the whole thing. We don't need cups in the situation. If cups come up, it's okay. But cups are not going to be the suit we need. We also don't need swords. We don't need to overthink it. We don't need to do perfectionism. We don't need to turn this into a mental exercise. Doesn't need to be one. House looks like garbage. A pre-hoard, really. We don't have the skills, tools, resources. We don't have the proper form to get ourselves through a major cleanup effort. Okay? That's pentacles and that's wands. That's what we need. Okay? Now, for one possible, what actually gave me the idea, and listen, like sometimes you're goofing around. You think you're goofing around and you're procrastinating, but that's not always what's happening. If I get the urge to binge RuPaul's Drag Race, for example, for 2 days, part of me, like that teenager, doesn't want to do anything, wants to ignore the environment because it's yucky, we don't want to clean, blah, blah, we hate it, where are my snacks, right? But the camp counselors in there also saying, hey, you know what? This might help us with the house situation. This might give us the proper form for addressing the issue. Coaching ourselves through this with the patience and compassion of RuPaul, particularly, hold on, season 12, episodes 8 and 9, the situation with Widow Von Du. The way that Rue was dealing with Widow, because she was in her cups and her swords, okay, is the way that I would like to deal with us during this cleanup effort. Direct, firm, clearly stated expectations, right? But patience and compassion, because this is a new thing we're learning. There's a new skill we're trying to get. We obviously don't have it. Doesn't matter why. Maybe we had it 20 years ago, but we don't have it now. All that is irrelevant. We don't need to. Do we have the application that's effective now? No. Then let's go build one. Let's go build one. And let's watch other people who clearly have their shit together. And let's see how they deal with themselves. The thing is, you can't tell what people are thinking. And that's why it was good for... Drag Race was a good choice. Because you can't tell what RuPaul's thinking, but you can see what she's saying to the contestants. Alright? It's like a book. You read a book, you can tell what the protagonist is thinking. If you see the movie, you can't, okay? Kind of the same thing. In fact, in one episode, RuPaul got a coaching assist by the mighty Shaka Khan. Incredible, very educational, very informative. I said, that could work for us. That approach, that mindset, that proper form, we need that. So, of course, that justified binging another couple seasons, watching the way that Rue and the other judges, they give feedback to the contestants, the way they do it. Okay? Those contestants are pushed to the brink of sanity. And some of them start snapping. And watching the way that RuPaul deals with it is very, very informative. All right? Because we're trained, we want to train ourselves to be that way towards ourselves during this cleanup effort, which is going to last for a while. Way more than a season of Drag Race. And then going forward, using that same proper form to maintain. Okay? I talked to a professional organizer today, and no, they are not cheap. But neither is having a house full of ridiculous bullshit that, especially if you have anyone with a mobility issue, that could be dangerous, right? So that took care of my pentacles. I'm very proud of myself. I feel like no matter how long a problem's been going on, things can change almost like in just a few minutes. They really can. They really can. But you know, I have the app for change. I adapt very quickly. To me, it doesn't matter how long it's been this way. Going forward, it ain't going to be this way. The fact is, it is like this right now. Doesn't really matter how it got there. That truth will occur to us later. We don't need to think about that right now. We need to move. We need to wands, right? We need to charge the hill. All right? Now we can get War Chief a little in there. But no, War Chief is no longer general manager. We here at Camp Foolish, we'll find her a job. Much like the wolves. We will continue to feed War Chief. She's probably great for a kickoff effort to kind of, build some momentum very quickly. But she is not going to be project manager. She has a tendency to run us into the ground. Camp Foolish can't afford it. There's no need to do that with a household cleanup effort. It's a long campaign. It's a long game, a long effort, right? It's not meant to be a hack and slash. In the beginning it will be, but as we learn new techniques, as we learn about ourselves and our stuff and how to manage our stuff and different little strategies, right? The camp counselor will be leveling up, and that will prevent future ridiculousness. I actually hit every single thing I meant to say. I don't usually make notes, but I wanted to make sure I said everything. Think about your own camp, Are your campers driving the camp shuttle? Or is it the camp counselor doing it? And no, I do not have dissociative disorder. I do not have multiple personalities. It's just that when I think about attitudes, behaviors, it's just easier for me to recognize if I can characterize them, you know? It's just easier for me to be aware. And honestly, it's a great way to have fun with it. I think it was Drag Race, Season 12, Episode 9. Which I can't believe I remember that. Raven said, don't take it seriously. Make it stupid. That's what we need to do. It needs to be very light. A professional organizer lady said that I was hysterically funny. I'm like, well, with a house this dirty, you kind of have to be. You know what I'm saying? Gotta bring something to the table besides piles and piles of empty cardboard boxes. Hang on a second. I gotta do this. I can't. This is... Hang on a second. Oh my god. I can't cut it till next week, so... If your current operating system doesn't have a certain app, you can just create it. You can... Like today, I have told myself numerous times now that I'm a person that can handle an effort like that. I'm a person who can learn to be organized, right? I'm a person that has every resource available to me to handle this problem, to tackle this issue, right? To level up. This is, it's something else we get to learn. It's not a problem that needs to be solved. It's an issue that needs to be addressed. Two totally different things to me. I almost, much like a drag queen, I create a persona that I'm going to be for a while. To retrain myself into thinking in the ways that would level up my skills and create a proper form, a proper attitude to have toward maintenance of a household, organizing, cleaning, right? All that. I'll just act like I'm somebody else for a while until I adopt the behaviors I need. And then I'll just be that person. I might even give this persona a name. I think that would be hilarious. The Camp Foolish Janitorial Services. You know, mustache, name tag, something. I think it would be hilarious. And that is, that's not taking it seriously, right? And that is making it stupid, just like Raven suggested. So let's see what Morgan has to say about this entire situation. Let's just see. Hey, all right. Also, it takes some patience to retrain yourself to do something. So that's good too. If you have been, if you practice patience, there's just one more way to practice it, right? But it's also one more way to benefit from it. This is what happens when I get periods of quiet reflection. Just very non-personal. Hey, is this app working? Hey, are we getting our stuff done the way we need to? Mm-hmm. The Chariot. The fool is getting in the chariot. Oh, there's the black and white again. Six of Cups. See, he's using both the horses. Ace of Wands. All right. That ain't bad, mama. So just think about, if you're having trouble getting something done, look around, see if there's somebody that is getting stuff done. Maybe you're just in a rut and you just need fresh, nummy business from the universe, from the void, right? Maybe you're blocked because you're too close to it, because you're taking it too seriously. The Fool, new beginning, fresh start. The first time you do something, yeah, like actually pick up the house. Open and eager for new things. Spontaneous and carefree. Boundless potential. The Chariot, individual drive and ambition. Force of will, ego. Willpower. Reaching your goals through self-discipline, self-assertion, and focused determination. In control of your surroundings. Reigning in opposing forces. War Chief. Kid that likes to watch TV all the time. Camp counselor. I'm a great bunch of gals. Right? Six of Cups. Nostalgia, pastime, seem more happy. I don't know. The great thing about having like a neurological condition is you don't spend a lot of time in the past because you can't remember most of it. Seems like old time. Pure and simple. Honest, kind, good intentions, trusting, trustworthy, sharing. It's probably about Rue. Temperance, reverse. Unhealthy imbalance, bad combination, extreme excess or deprivation, strong impulse suppression, too moderate or mediocre. Mediocre. Word. Oh my God, it's right there. It was right there. All right. Ace of Wands, here we are. Rods, wands, sticks. New excitement or enthusiasm. Passion ignited. Go for it. Bursting with energy. Motivation and inspiration. Creative spark of energy. Correct. Starting a new project or endeavor. Correct. Take action. Do it. Move. Yes. An opportunity for growth. That's right. Camp counselor's going to get some additional training, get some new skills, right? All right, so that's what Morgan has to say. Morgan is correct. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you at another time.